Well, if boy, if I had everything on point, like the way that it will be, this segment right here would start with some type of boom boom district alert, or district news alert, something like that. Um, because I have one. Um, a person by the name of Michael Weeks. Many of you don't know him, uh, and his name may not be significant to some of you. But to me, this name means a lot. And I am grateful to the Lord that this man here was one of the early adopters of the Matt Ellipsis district concept. And because of his adoption of my concept, it has I'm now in a position where I'm able to take it to the next level by having a local radio station now in Toma as an outlet, as well as a couple of other properties that I'll go into. As a matter of fact, when this is over, I'll play the ad that I created that helps put this out there. Now, this man here, Michael Weeks, what I'd like to do for the next several minutes is bring up this article that was written by Cindy McIntyre of the Golden Guidon. Oh, and this is old news to some, new news to me, because I didn't know that this article existed. So I'm about to bring it to you, and so I want to make sure that this article gets the play, that it's disseminated through the Matt Ellipsis district like it should be. I will answer the question about what the Matt Ellipsis district is by saying, if you go to m3dots.com and click on Matt Ellipsis district, or gateway to the district, or district something district, click on district stuff, and you'll find a bunch of information that will help you answer that question. If you don't care about the answer to that question, no big deal. Okay. But pastor and sergeant, father, husband, Michael Weeks, he is someone that has been a member of the Matt Ellipsis district since before it was even named the Matt Ellipsis district. I believe that he and I started our work together in 2010 or 11. So, and there's content out there. If you put in Matt Ellipsis and Michael Weeks into YouTube, you will see some of the content that we've put together. Michael Weeks has worn many hats in his life's journey. Whether it was inspiring fear and discipline in soldiers, as a basic training drill sergeant, or as a preacher of the gospel, helping people has always been a personal mission for Weeks. Great paragraph. Great paragraph. Michael Weeks, he goes on in this second paragraph to talk about what he does. I guess at that particular time, he was a civilian training instructor at 400 Liggett. And he's an Army Reserve soldier with the 91st Training District. So he's got two roles, his civilian job and his military job. And in addition to that, he also founded a church in San Miguel, California. He and I were stationed at Fort Hunter Liggett together. And if I can tell a quick little story, Michael Weeks and I used to go to the same church called True Spirit out there in Atascadero, California. Somehow I was introduced to True Spirit. A drummer, I went to a church up in King City, California, and a drummer, I don't know if he heard me rhyme or I don't know what he did, how, I got to remember why, but he said, I think that my church would like you. And so he brought me to the church down there. And the pastor was an 80-year-old man, a very hardworking man. And he wasn't into rap at all. And he wasn't into, he wasn't into rap, not like that, right? But when I got there, I came to a couple of services. And then one day he sat down with me and we just talked for about maybe 45 minutes. And I wish I had the audio recording of this, but I got the memory of it. He said to me, the pastor of True Spirit, he said to me, I don't know what you do, but in 2 weeks, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday, do whatever you do. Just get up there and do whatever you do. And so I got up there and did some music, and I did a little Bible trivia and said a few words. And I have the video. It's online. If you go to if you type into YouTube, Matt Ellipsis and True Spirit. Let's see if I can get it to come up. Where's the thing at? Doggone it. No. Oh, there. Okay, good. Oh, I hate when it's taking a long time. Anyway, I'll make a different episode where I go into that. I'll put that in a different episode. My computer's acting slow. So I do my thing at the church. And it went over well. A little bit after that, Michael Weeks is assigned to Fort Hunter Liggett. And he starts coming to the church. Now, or maybe he was already there. He was either already there or, yeah, I gotta remember specifically. He might have already been there. So I gotta discuss that with him. Anyway, so the significance of this church, True Spirit, and the difference between Michael Weeks and oh, hold on, doggone it. What's this?
That book will last forever. Just give a little hand. With all that said,
yeah, here we go. All right. Now, let me see if Michael Weeks is in the footage.
Staying in my lane, on my course proceed, and I will not die until I fulfill this mission for my life. That is God's will. No, it is not pride, it is confidence. And a God who will not lie, and whom I'm sent. And I grab hold of eternity, and I will stand bold in His word of me. I know I said a lot, I hope you can agree that I can make your head bob, guaranteed. If you hear me, you can bob your head. Guaranteed to make you bob your head. If you feel me, you can bob your head. Guaranteed to make you bob your head. If you understand, you can bob your head. Guaranteed to make you bob your
Is that him?
head. If it really bumps, you can bob your head. Guaranteed to make you bob your head. Blood in the sweat and tears later 2,000 years. Church history wrapped in the baton, and you'll pass it here. I feel my role is easy, cause all I gotta do is work these principles and move on up like Georgia Weezy. Make 2 or 3 songs a week, speaking prophetically, waiting the king release. That's when I flow to the beast, cause he wanna.
Yes, there he is. Yes. So, yes. All right, good. That's what I wanted to figure out. Now, so that's Michael Weeks there, 2010. So here is where Michael Weeks and we started a friendship that resulted in him being a member of the Matt Ellipsis district. Okay, so here's what happened. All right, now, after this particular day, no more than a month after this particular date that I did this event, now I'm going to that church on a regular. I'm going there every Sunday, pretty much. And the pastor starts talking to me about me joining the church. Okay, and so he brought me to his office, and he said to me, I'd like for you to join my church, and I believe we could put you on the road to becoming an ordained minister, and blah, blah, blah. So whatever he saw in me, this was my opportunity, if there was an opportunity, for me to become an ordained minister somehow, because Michael Weeks at the time was already in that process. We was already in that, whatever that is, because for whatever church that he was a part of, because he transferred over to Fort Hunter Liggett from wherever he was from, now he was under what that church calls watch care. Whatever that meant, it meant that he's a minister and he started a road of ministry, of ordination, or he was ministering or whatever. And so then, and he might have had a church back where he was from. I think that's what it later in the article it says. But anyway, he is there, and so he's under watch care of that particular pastor at True Spirit. He's there already in that, and the pastor was talking to me about doing the same thing. So he and I could have been preacher and preacher type of thing. But two things. Number one, my identity is that I'm not that. I'm not a preacher. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like the tip. I'm not that. And at that time, I knew that God had other things for me to do other than just being a rapper. But I was a rapper, and whatever trail I was on, that now it's 2019 going into 2020. We are in the where I'm doing the Matt Ellipsis district, and I have all these different things going on, radio station. You know, not saying that I would not have had all this stuff going on had I done what the pastor wanted, but but one of the reasons why I didn't do it is because I don't feel that I was on a road to becoming an ordained minister. But at that time, I didn't know, because shortly before that, maybe 5 years before that, I remember talking to my pastor at the time, and he said to me something about becoming a minister, you know, or whatever, and being on a road to being licensed. And I remember saying to him, I'm just a rapper. I don't see myself being a preacher. And he said to me, don't sell yourself short. And those words banged around in my mind for years. Don't sell yourself short. Oh, I didn't know I was selling myself short, not thinking about myself as a preacher. Oh, wow. Wow, I never heard anybody, nobody's ever said that to me before. Wow, pretty profound. So that bang around in my mind for those years. And then I move on, and I become part of his younger brother's church, Pastor Brian. So Pastor Brian, he's my pastor now. And prior to this, this is 2010. Prior to this particular date, where I'm doing this, 6 or 7 months earlier, I had spent a year as the sound man, driving from Fort McCoy down to Chicago Heights, so that I would be at church on Sunday, be the sound man. And then after I get off, me and my family get out of church, no children at the time, we go back to our home. I take a nap, go to sleep, whatever, and then drive back up for work at Fort McCoy, which I live right now, not that far from Fort McCoy. So I would take this same drive that I would do going back and forth. I would drive down. I would work up here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Thursday night drive back to Chicago, go home, be with my family, have Friday off, so do whatever. If I had to work my reserve job, go to my reserve job, do that for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or because I was a sound man, be hanging out on Friday and Saturday, do whatever I got to do, or even work or be at home, do whatever. I had my little studio in the basement. And then be the sound man at church on Sunday, and then drive. So that's what I was doing for a year, okay? And during that year, that's when I asked the Lord, why am I doing this? And he told me, this is your territory. And then I was like, okay. So I got that information, just like, don't sell yourself short. You just think about it. This time is God telling me, this is your territory. And then shortly after that, I'm mobilized to 400 Liggett right here. And so now I'm out here. I'm still thinking about the fact that in, Fort McCoy to Chicago Heights, you're saying that's my territory. Now, the fulfillment of that is that territory is the Matt Ellipsis district. You know what I'm saying? So I got it now, but at the time, I'm just following the dots. You know what I'm saying? The dots are connected. Now I'm just dot here, dot there, dot here, dot there. Now, now I understand. That's what's going on with me, and hopefully as I explain it to you guys. So now this is why I bring my video camera and I record everything. This is why I'm showing you proof right now that not only that me and Pastor Weeks know each other, but that's the story behind this video. He's sitting there. He was on the road to taking over that church. That was part of his road. That was the other thing. He's getting ready to take over this church. Not immediately, but the pastor's 80. So whatever's going to happen with that. Whole lot of content that I haven't covered in all of that. But I wanted to make sure that I needed to figure out if he was there or if he had just come. But he was there. So I do this performance. Let me see if I should play. I don't know if I should play any more of this. Let me play this little snippet of this.
So all my stuff become aligned with my destiny. So watch me make good situations out of my life. And all my business. do the will of him that sent me. I've been birthed from many visions. Each one to make you bob your head. If you understand, bob your head. Guaranteed to make you bob your head. If it really bumps, you can bob your head. Guaranteed to make you bob your head. Does it really bump? You can bob your head. Guaranteed to make you bob your head.
I'm trying to find a moment. Y'all forgive me. Be patient with me. There's a moment I want to show in this video since I got it up.
I must do the will of him that sent me. I must do the will of him that sent me. Finish the work of his legs for these last days. All right, I have a trivia question.
Here we go. This is what I wanted to play.
Y'all believers, what scripture did I put it up here? Yeah, you did. Oh man, that ain't no trick. Okay, well, all right, y'all can't see. Y'all can't see. I wasn't paying attention. All right, so what scripture or what story did I get the chorus from?
Matthew 22 and 29.
Okay, you read this. Okay, well, what was the story? Elaborate, elucidate, explain the scripture, interpretate them tongues.
Matthew.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that when he was talking to his mom and he didn't go home?
No, you know what? That's a good one. I'm glad you said it. That's a good one. What she's referring to is the situation when Jesus was 12 years old or whatever, and they left and they forgot him, and he was back there hanging out with the leadership of the temple and stuff like that. And when he came back, they said, Jesus, we were looking all over for you. And he said, look, I'm just trying to do God's will for my life. Mama, but he was subjective, and he said, all right, Mama.
Yeah.
But that's not the one. But that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
You're going to change. You're going to add that scripture.
I'm gonna have to add that to the So anybody know? I'll give you a guess. When he said this, he was talking to his disciples.
Is that Matthew 22, 29?
So what scripture or what was the storyline behind?
Was it the one where he was talking about, I'm going to leave you and go and prepare a place and come back and see myself? They were telling him, you can't leave us, Jesus. And he was like, I must be about my Father's business. Was that what that?
That's good. That's wrong. So, okay, but no, that's good. That's good. You're referring to.
Look at that. That's Weeks right there. That's Pastor Michael Weeks right there, sitting in all his glory, sitting there cool and calm and yeah.
The time when, like in the latter part of the gospel, when he was getting ready to ascend or whatever, that's a very, very good. It's in the middle. It's one of them scriptures where, all right, I'm gonna give you another hint. You got the disciples, and then there's a woman also involved. There is a woman involved in this scripture.
Mary.
No, not the Last Supper. Good Samaritan?
Oh, when he was a child and he was in the temple and he
No, that's what she said.
That's what she just said. Oh,
No, this is all right. It's what's up?
you can answer. She's not going to answer.
No, that's good. No,
Give the clue again.
Martha and Mary, when Mary was washing Jesus' feet.
And he said, no, that's a.
And Martha was off being busy, and Martha was complaining, and Martha went to Jesus.
No, that's a good one, but that's not the one. He said.
What was the clue?
Okay, I'll give you another clue. The clue that I just said was there was a woman in the story, there was some disciples in the story. Yes, ma'am. Yes! Ding, 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 ding. That is the one. The first lady gets it. Y'all give her a round of applause.
So the reason why I'm showing that is I wanted to reflect on that moment because that's when he and I met. So we met in 2010. Now here it is. We've known each other for roughly almost 10 years, if not 10 years. Okay. I just needed to absorb. That was a moment, because it wasn't just about the songs. I've never, even though I was out there doing my songs or whatever, these are the moments that I was grateful for, because I would get these moments where I'd get the chance to interact with the believers and stuff like that. And then, people like Pastor Weeks, they would preach, and it would be, you would know, a regular moment, but I loved these non-preachified moments. You know what I'm saying? I loved them. I'm so grateful. And I'm grateful that I have the video footage of that moment, and strategically, it's been up since 2011. Now, I only have 114 views. Not a big deal to me to have a bunch of views or not. But I've had this video up there since 2011. And the good part about it is that at a moment's whatever, I can pull this up to show that Weeks and I were together and know when it was. That's what I've been doing for years. By capturing the audio and the YouTube videos, it's not about getting views. I don't care about getting lots and lots of views. What I care about is I'm connecting dots. This video was a dot on my timeline. It was a dot in the kingdom of God. And let me matter of fact, I just might as well play it. Let me just play it. There's a place where Michael Weeks a little bit later explains the dots, okay? Oh, and by the way, if you put in Michael Weeks, you're gonna see you got a sermon here, Kingdom Witness, right? This is a discussion between me and him. This is let me see, do I have him on this show? These are all things. These are all videos and audio that Pastor Weeks and I have put out together, and these are his sermons or whatever. So our productivity is showing proof. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to mention that. Let me see if I can find. Okay, let me see if I can find that one video. Oh, let's see if I can find it. All right, it's not, you know what? I'll do it another time, because I got a lot out of that. Okay, so anyway, so Michael Weeks, that's how we met, is through that church. My pastor asked me, after I got that, I talked to Weeks about it most likely, and then I went and asked my pastor. I said, "Sir, this church down here, True Spirit, wants me to become a member," and talked about being ordained. In another scenario, I will talk about what Pastor Brian said to me and how that led me on that continued me on a more specific road that I'm on right now. So thank God for Pastor Brian. So I never did join the church. Pastor Weeks, he was supposed to take over that church, or he thought he was going to be taking over the church. He never took it over. And I'm not laughing at his pain, okay? But if I remember correctly, he thought he was going to be taking over that church. And so there's politics involved with that. And I'm so glad I wasn't involved. One day I got to talk to Pastor Weeks. Man, we were supposed to do an interview. So I got to call him back because we were supposed to do an interview in late October. So I had to call him up. I'm so glad. I gotta write that down. Okay, let me write this down because I gotta ask him about that. Wait, because I gotta tell you what happened. Let me see. Let me see if I can tell you what happened. Weeks. Talk about the true spirit non-church takeover. All right, I'm not phrasing it right, but he was supposed to be the successor. He was supposed to take over as the pastor. But wait a minute. Listen. He was supposed to take over as the pastor. But the pastor would not leave. The pastor wouldn't leave. Listen to me. The pastor wouldn't leave. So both of them was there. Both of them was just there. And if you can imagine, you're going to be taking over. I'm going to be taking over? Yeah, you're going to be taking over. So I'm going to be taking over. Yeah, you're going to be taking over. All right. So just work with me because you're going to be taking over. All right, I'll work with you because I'll be taking over. and in months go by. Hey, am I still taking over? Yeah, you still taking over. You still taking over? Yeah, you still taking over. So when I'm taking over, when am I taking over? When am I taking over? When am I taking over? Wait, what's your question? Yeah, when am I taking over? Well, you asked me why. When am I taking? Would you want me to leave? No. I don't want you to leave. I just asking. You know, when am I taking over? Listen, you gonna take over, but you ain't got to push me out of here. Wait, no, Pastor, I ain't trying to push you out of here. Yeah, I feel like you trying to push me out. No, I ain't trying to push you out of here. No. I was like, whoa. Ain't this a trip? And I didn't see all the details of it, but I just know that was going on. And I was like, whoa. And then later on, my wife came down and we started going to New Day Church. I don't know if my wife ever went to True Spirit. Anyway, so by the time that I was leaving Fort Hunter Liggett, he had started his church, Greater Mission, out in San Miguel. Here we go. Let me see. On January 6, 2013, he started the Greater Mission Ministries in San Miguel, California. The congregation in the non-denominational church grew from 29 very faithful members to 60 at that particular time. I'm very happy that I don't think I was there for the grand opening, but I was around at the beginning, and I helped out a little bit from the standpoint of donating a couple things, and just being around while he, a little bit. And so I was very proud of him. I was happy for him, and my family, we moved back to the Midwest. But by the time my family moved back and he had done this, he and I were in sort of a covenant arrangement that is now we've borne some fruit together. And I love it. If you go on m3dots.com, like I said, you saw on YouTube, you saw the list of videos. If you type in Matt Ellipsis Michael Weeks, or if you type in Michael Weeks, you will see some sermons. Boom.
I'm just going to move by the Spirit this morning. He's given me one word to cover today. If you would turn to Acts chapter number 16, starting at.
And listen, and let me tell you something about Pastor Michael Weeks, okay? I love the way CD Baby puts this together. So I took a picture at the church. He didn't have any professional pictures done. So I took a picture at the church with my smartphone, and then I put the little stuff in there. I got my little flag right there because, that's my thing or whatever, the Ellipsis district, right? So the name of this particular sermon, the name of this, the name, let me see, did I do it each one was a different? Yeah, I think so. I think the name of the whole thing is God's Kingdom is in You. And then it's 8 sermons and 6 songs. So Pastor Michael Weeks preaching, the pastor and the rapper, being with him and other pastors or whatever. But I got this concept called the pastor and the rapper, the unbeatable team, and I love this. So it's like I can take his sermons and I can match up a few of my songs that I've got, or write some songs or whatever based on his content, and blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Blah, voila. So that's what is right there. Okay. So it's something y'all can listen to for free. Just go on YouTube, type in Michael Weeks, and bam, it's up there, right? You can also get the whole thing. Where's m3dots.com? Here we go. If you go to m3dots.com, if you go to m3dots.com, you will see that on the main music page, we have that album where you can buy it, and I think it's only like $9 or $10, so that you can get them downloaded right onto your device. Then you'll be able to hear the songs, hear the sermons. Otherwise, all of that content is also sitting on YouTube so that you can listen to the songs and hear the sermons. So whichever way you want to do it, Pastor Michael Weeks and me, by you giving us $10 or whatever, that doesn't, like, we're not holding our breath over $10. So if you buy it, thank the Lord. If you don't buy it and you just get on YouTube, it's there because God wants it there. You know what I'm saying? So and you get to benefit from it. So you as a listener, you as a viewer, you as a friend of mine, or you as a friend of his, however you see this video, you'll know that Pastor Michael Weeks, when he was putting his sermons together and when he was sharing his words with his congregation, his and my relationship was built on the fact that when he's talking to his congregation, he recognizes that eventually you would have the opportunity to grab his content. You'd have that opportunity to be able to grab his content, hear it, and be blessed by it. There are things that he said during that season that is designed to bless you now. So it's something worth listening to, okay? I promise you that if you listen to those sermons, if you listen to even one of them, you'll be blessed, because Michael Weeks has a very, very unique way of explaining the word. I've never heard anybody expound on the word the way he does. It's mind-boggling because I got to a point when I would go to churches or whatever, I would listen to the sermon, and God would be done told me everything that's gonna be talking about. Even sometimes I would get the freaking even the sidebar stuff. I'd be like, ain't this a trip, God? And so I would hear that stuff. I'd be like, doggone it. So, and I would think that when I would sit down with Pastor Weeks, I thought that it would be the same thing. But every single time, his sermons just are just different. And I'm like, ain't this a trip? How did you do that? Every single sermon. I'll come back, like, I come back after he's done preaching, right? After I've done listening, because, I got all the sermons or whatever. So I got, I get a chance to taste of it first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this sermon, yeah, the sound quality is pretty good. Yeah, so I get the first fruits of it. You know what I'm saying? I get the benefit of it. So and that's up there. That's not all of it. I haven't even put out the rest of it. I just got it all because there's other things I got to build with the stuff. So anyway, okay. And he's still been capturing the audio. So I got years of content that I got years of content. Okay, because he followed what God told him and me to do. He did it. When he would go preach, and if you want to be a part of the Mad Ellipsis district, if what you've just seen, you want to have that happen for you, and you want to be a part of what we're doing, just record your sermons, or record yourself like I'm recording myself now. Just record, and then get it to me, and we'll work it out. If God is moving through you, like definitely God moves through Pastor Weeks, we got something to do. And guess what? I ain't took a dime from him, and he ain't took a dime from me. We ain't got to raise no offerings. We don't raise no nothing. You know what I'm saying? I pay for my little platform. He pay for his platform. We get the stuff and put the whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Ain't nobody bought the doggone albums, right? Because people, hey, but down the road, people might. But guess what? We're not doing it just so people could buy the album. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it because it's kingdom productivity. Because it's meant to be there. Because right now, the dot of the video of me and him in the Tascadero, the dot of that particular one sermon, and that scatter of dots of those sermons on YouTube, the dot of the this article is a dot. The dot of his church out there in San Miguel. Now he's living over somewhere else. That's another dot. And then there's another church that he's starting. That's another dot. All of these dots. What are these dots doing? When the dots are connected, you'll get it. And then you'll learn the productivity of Pastor Michael Weeks and rapper Mad Ellipsis. When those dots are connected, people will look at it and say, oh, I get it now. He was an early adopter of the Mad Ellipsis District concept before it was named the Mad Ellipsis District concept. Okay, so just when it was becoming clear that that's what we were gonna do. Now we're both soldiers, right? I outrank him on the military side. And he outranks me on the church side. And I love that. I love it. And I say outrank, not that, because I don't know if he made E8 or not. He probably did though. But I like that military people and church people, right? So he and me are the same breed, military and church, like raised up in it to positions of authority and prominence, or whatever you want to say, right? So both sides, church and military. So there's something when you raise up a church dude all the way up that ain't no military, they're powerful. When you raise up a military dude, no church, they're powerful. But God took two men, raised us up in the military and in church. And at the time when I was at 400 Liggett, it was fascinating because I was seeing, because I started to learn, I started to see that at that time, sometimes your natural rank reflects your spiritual rank. Now, I didn't know that. This is weird stuff to me. Okay? Because at that time I was an E8. And I was an E8 for 3 years, which means I wouldn't walk around bossing everybody around, but wasn't nobody bossing me around. And I was so freaking nice. And listen, he's a drill sergeant. So he's a bossy dude. He was raised up in the military to be a bossy dude. But he couldn't do that bossy dude stuff to me because I outranked him. And I love it. Personally, I loved it. I loved to not be bossed around by the non-bossy boss people. I loved it. And I would not act bossily to people because I was on the church side, okay? Now, you saw over at the church that he was supposed to be taking over. He's the boss. And I'm not the boss. Yes, sir, Minister Weeks, Pastor Weeks. You know what I'm saying? And I love that because with the same person that you're with, sometimes you gotta, all right, you're in charge now. All right, now you're in charge now. All right, you're not in charge. Okay, in this arena, you're in charge. And in this arena, be the same day. Now you're in charge. That type of, I see that in marriage. You know, all right, baby, you're in charge. All right, I got it from here. All right, you got it from here. There is that type of ability, battle buddy ministry. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to make snaps. Sermons, battle buddy ministry. That's what I'm gonna write. I'm gonna do something about that. Battle buddy ministry. I love that. And there's more I'm gonna talk about on that, but that's something that I freaking love. Now, anyway, so the main thing that I want to say to you guys, the main things that I wanted to say, I said it, and it was about his content on m3dots.com. It was about there's YouTube videos of Pastor Michael Weeks out there, so just go get them, or go and get yourself, avail yourself to them. And the third thing is congratulations to Pastor Michael Weeks, not only for having an article in, the Golden Guidon, but congratulations on being a developed man of God and a man of arms. I'm grateful that he and I got a chance to serve together at Fort Hunter Liggett. I'm grateful that he and I got a chance to serve in the Ellipsis district. You know, it's awesome that he and I are still friends. We are doing ministry together. And if I'd have my way for the remainder of our lives, our productivity will not only speak for itself, but our productivity will bless a lot of people. And that's what I want you guys. I want you guys, if you feel the need, put a demand on him and me to do more stuff. He's a busy guy, but our productivity doesn't need to take away from his busyness. You know what I'm saying? Because our productivity is nothing more than him and I having a phone call, because we can talk for hours, and we have. I got a lot of content that I'm going to put out in 2020 that's specifically him, because now the ground has been prepared for me to be able to release that stuff. So look out for content in 2020 and for New Year's. Let me play this about New Year's too. I gotta play my New Year's ad, because that's how I end it. But bottom line is, congratulations, Pastor Michael Weeks. Thank you for your military service. Thank you. You're an outstanding veteran, and I appreciate you. And also to your wife, Crystal, I admire her. I'm thankful to her for being a good wife to you throughout your military time and throughout your ministry time. You have put your wife in a lot of in a jacked up situation. You got her being an Army wife and a first lady. How dare you do that to this wonderful woman? Okay, you shouldn't have never done that to her. No, she's handled it well, probably better than many other Army wives / first ladies. Good God, you know what I'm saying? So she deserves at least 2 years of vacation and like all the money in your pocket, and you should like walk to work or something like that for like 6 months while she drive both cars, or whatever. And you both have raised wonderful children. Your 2 children are 2 of the most amazing children. And if my son and daughter, by my wife, if our children, if our 2 children become half or a quarter of how good your 2 children are, my wife and I would call it success. You know what I'm saying? Because your children are amazing. Both of your children, mwah, mwah, mwah. You both are amazing. And so I wanted to put that out there. I need to play a commercial, and then I'm going to say one final thing about Pastor Michael Weeks that I think that you guys would be blessed by. And here's the messed up part, is I don't have the commercial queued up. I don't have it queued up. So I'm messing up so bad. All right, Matt Ellipsis. Let's see, commercial. Oh man, Farmer's Night. Doggone it. I gotta make my commercials easier. Here we go. My New Year's Eve commercial. Here we go. This is what I need to do. Here you go. Hello. My name is Matt Ellipsis. I am the owner of M3Dots.com, TomaRadio.com, ConclaveDownload.com, and M3 Dots TV. We are the distributors of The Matt Ellipsis Show, The Larry McCarter Show, Divine Influence TV, The Preparation Room Podcast, as well as my entire music catalog. This upcoming New Year's Eve 2019 and New Year's Day 2020, the entire portfolio will be on display via Facebook, YouTube, and all of the websites that I mentioned. Please take advantage during these 2 days to peruse the content and make yourself familiar with this new era of broadcasting. Our headquarters is located in the great city of Tomah, Wisconsin. We are known for our cranberries. Of course, we'd like to be the broadcast choice for the entire world, but at this stage, we'd be honored to serve those of you that officially become our audience members, which is free indeed. All of our audience members have befriended us on Facebook, so search Matt Ellipsis and let's become friends. If you like your voice, video, or music added to our portfolio for this upcoming New Year's Eve 2019 and New Year's Day 2020 display, please message me on Facebook or send me an email. My email address is m3dots@yahoo.com. The letter M as in Mike, the number 3, the letter D as in Delta, O as in Oscar, T as in Tango, S as in Sierra, at yahoo.com. As your family-friendly harbinger of this new era of broadcasting, let me thank you for listening and thank you for your support. All right. So I needed to show that commercial because for New Year's, I have a
see the parallels in me doing lyrics in my as a military person. Yeah.
For me, it's about I get a cooking.
Right.
I get the chance to be creative.
Yes.
With lyrics, you get a chance to be creative with music.
Right.
All right. So regarding Pastor Weeks for New Year's, I have some content from a conversation. Pastor Weeks and I, we talked for 3 hours, and I'm going to dust that content off and see how much of it that's good to release. So that's 1. 2, got a bunch of sermons that I have not released of his, and so I'm going to release some of those. And then thirdly, he and I talked on the phone, so I have a little bit of that I want to share. So during the New Year's 2-day shebang, where it'll be online, where you can peruse the content, I'm going to make sure that the Michael Weeks display of the audio and video, that all that stuff is available so that all of you who like Pastor Michael Weeks, you guys can check him out, see some of the stuff that you didn't know, learn about him. And so at the end of those 2 days, hopefully you'll be somewhat familiar with Pastor Michael Weeks, or familiar enough with him and what he has going on to know that you've got a nice little road where you can walk with him and his ministry and support him and or allow him to support you. Okay? So let me see. Let me add. Can I add a comment? Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Oh, Lord. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So now I added my information there so that way people know. All you gotta do is click that link and they'll be able to get some content from Michael Weeks. Anyway, I'm proud of you, sir. Pastor Michael Weeks, I'm proud of you. I look forward to continuing our service together in the body of Christ. I'm tired, waiting on my paperwork, so I'm there. So, everything that you still got to do in the military, you keep taking care of business on that. It's all you right now, buddy. And I'm proud of you. I love to hear what you've got to say. I'm looking forward to hearing the sermons that I haven't had a chance to hear from you because you still have them on your computer. But what I'm about to do is I'm gonna make a folder online for you, so you'll see an email, so that all you got to do is click on that link and upload them sermons to me. Okay? It's easy. Matter of fact, might as well do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now on the video. Okay? So, cause pastors get busy. All right, and I don't like dealing with the church secretary to just get the pastor's sermon. You know what I had to do to get the sermons? I had to take his doggone iPhone, because iPhone, you can't just plug it in and drag it over. I had to go and I had to go to the Denny's under the Wi-Fi with my laptop, and then click each sermon and upload it and make sure that it uploaded into the Dropbox or Google Drive that I had. And I'm telling you, that was I was so I remember I worked on that for 3 or 4 hours, and while I was doing that, this I ended up conducting 2 interviews with people while that was going on. So yeah, talk to me some more about blah blah blah. Man, I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. I'm going here. Go to my drive. Come on now. Yeah, my computer's actually slow. I need to restart it. And I got stuff going on because my computer is full. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to work these computers, man. You work the computers because they are meant to work for you. All right, so let me see. Where's my... I got a... All right. And I know this is seemingly dragging. Oh, doggone it. Dragging out or whatever. I didn't mean to drag this stuff out, but sometimes I'm a person that likes the process. And people like a polished presentation. But guess what? My polished presentation is the content. All right, so I'm gonna put Pastor Weeks sermons. Now, you're seeing this right now. You're seeing this folder being created. Now, share. I'm sharing it right now. Boom. Your email address. Boom. It's in there. Right? Hey, Pastor Weeks. Here is a link to the folder where you can upload all the sermons and videos that right now. Oh, and let me see who else do I have. Crystal, I don't think I got. I think I got her. Who else should I add? Man, I think I got. Let me see if I got her email address. I'm pretty sure that I got Pastor Crystal's email address. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah. Come on. All right. Okay, gotcha. That's okay. No sign-in required. That's what I'm talking about. Now, so both Crystal and Michael Weeks, husband and wife, both of them have access to the folder so that they can upload the sermons. Right? And look, who's the one that posted this? Guess who posted this? Crystal Weeks. Right? So, anyway, and Crystal Weeks, I think you are an amazing, phenomenal woman, and thank you for your service. As a matter of fact, let me make sure I put that up there. Yeah. All right, here's what I wrote. I wrote, also, Crystal Brown Weeks, thank you for all your years of service as an Army wife and First Lady. You deserve 2 years of vacation and $2 million. Let's see if we can obtain this for you by the end of 2025. Now, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now I'm pretty much done. Thank you all for watching, if you did watch it. But I wanted to put some content out there just about over an hour talking about Michael Weeks. All right, you guys have a good one. Thanks a lot for your time.
What a pity, what a pity, what a pity, what a pity, what a pity. He's a pitiful little devil.
Turn this off. This is a free download from M3dots.com. 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 How can I make you grasp a full paradigm shift? Might live to your next official level. New level, new devil, so don't wrestle against your brethren. Don't curse out your hurt spouse or walk out on your reverend. You gotta realize with your heart and mind and your eyes when you're dealing with the devil. Let me take his mask off, shake your past off. Now you can celebrate and revel in this revelation. God's the one that made Satan just to buffet you and tough for you and ruffle up your feathers. Now you're out your comfort zone. You're not alone, he's attacking the next man too. Cause in his eyes, the next man looks just like you, and you look just like God, and that's something he can't take. Also the fact when you pray, angels they assimilate. When you decree things, he sees them come to exist. So you cannot be stopped when you keep your focus. That's why this hocus pocus hanky panky, so that you can lose your focus, falling for the okie dokie. So you gotta learn to rope a dope your circumstances.
Is this the man that made the earth tremble? Is this the man that made kingdoms shake? Make their word wilderness, destroy many cities. What a pity, he's a pitiful little devil. Never had the real power to block us, stop us, drop us. So get thee behind me.
Is the man that made the earth tremble? Is this the man that made kingdoms shake? Made their world a wilderness and destroyed many cities. What a pity, he's a pitiful little devil. Never had the real power to block us or stop us or drop us. Get thee behind me.
Is this the man
That made the earth tremble? Is this the man that made kingdoms shake? Made their world wilderness and destroyed many cities. What a pity, he's a pitiful little devil was. He's a pitiful little devil was. To get thee behind me, little devil was. He's a pitiful little devil was. He's a pitiful little devil was. He's a pitiful little devil was.
Get thee behind me.
Get thee behind. Get thee behind. Get thee behind. This is a free download from M3dots.com. From M3dots.com. This is a free download from M3dots.com. M3dots.com.